Hey YouTube, it's the Zx6r mechanic, and today we will be installing T-Rex spools and T-Rex frame sliders. This process will be the same for any spool and frame slider for a Kawasaki Zx6r and probably most bikes. Alright. So this segment will be installing the T-Rex spools. So what you're going to need are the spools, obviously, an 8mm hex wrench with the T-bar, way more torque, and a tread locker, because you don't want these things falling off due to all the vibration stuff, because most likely they're going to fall off when you're not in your driveway or in your garage, and you'll never see them again. And also, if you race your bike, then if that's on the track, you know, someone else comes by, hits it, and they fall and crash, you're gonna feel horrible. So I'm just gonna do one side for time purposes, but the way it comes, it's like that. So what you do is you take this piece and you take the washer over here. Put the washer in the exterior hole. Then you're going to take the bolt, drop the bolt through, and then you're going to take the spacer and cover up. And then what you're going to want to do is get the thread lock, and then shake it up. And then, pour a little dab and then just roll it. Try to get it to go onto the thread. So kind of roll it around. And then while it's doing that, I'll bring you over to the bike. So the holes for the spools are on the swing arm. You can see them right at the bottom of the screen, not in the middle. So pretty much all you have to do is pretty simple. After you get the tread lock to go around at least part of it, get it. Make sure you do it really loosely because you don't want to cross thread. So it's hard to hand tighten these. So if you just loosely do this, and get that, and then just tighten it as hard as you can. You want to make sure that there's no wiggle in these. So that is how you install a spool on your 2007 Kawasaki Zx6r. It's pretty much the same for any bike. The tool might be different depending on the size of the spool. Like I said, 8mm, and make sure you use thread lock. Alright, so now that we've installed the spools, we're going to install the frame sliders. What you're going to need is, to remove the old ones, you're going to need a 6mm hex. I suggest having, not this, I'd suggest having like a little bit they can attach to like a breaker bar or something, because these things are in there really tight. But I'll show you what I did, because I don't have that bit and I wanted to do it now. And also, these bikes are notorious for, on the right side engine mount, stripping. So if you do it like I did, you're going to need a pair of vice grips. Seemed to be the best method. I actually snapped a screw extractor in half, as you can see, just shattered. That may look like where the bit's supposed to end, but it's most definitely not. So yeah, left side of the bike, you don't need to remove any fairings. Right side of the bike, you need to remove all the side fairings. So I'll start with the left side. Alright, so this is the left side. This bolt right here is the bolt that you are going to be taking off. 6mm. So what I did, because it was really hard to get out, I took my breaker bar and I laid it over like this, so you get a little extra leverage. It was just enough to help. So I already broke it loose, but you're gonna hear this hideous cracking noise, and that's normal. It's just how tight the bolt's in there. So once you do that, you're gonna take the whole bolt out. Don't be doing this at the same time, because this is an engine mount bolt. So don't do the left and the right, like pull the bolts out first and then install frame sliders. You want at least one of them to stay in. Alright. Now that you have that one out, take your new frame slider. In the package, it's going to be the longest one, the big one, and you're going to have the biggest bolt. So you're going to have the bolt with the washer up at the top. It goes through the deep hole where the T-Rex logo is on that side. Drop it all the way through. Then you can put the spacer on the outside, and then you're just going to feed it in. And it's a 8mm bolt. So once you find it, just lightly make sure it goes in nice, because if it doesn't, you might be cross threading it, and you don't want to cross thread into your engine because it's never good. Alright, and then tighten it to as hard as you can. I don't really have a torque wrench that would, or I don't have a bit that I could use on my torque wrench, so I'm just gonna, it's an engine mount bolt, so it wants to be tight, so I'm just gonna get it as tight as I can with this one. Alright. Leverage. Alright, so that's how you install the left side. Now we're going to go into the right. In order to install the right side frame slider, you will need to remove the side fairings. So in order to do that, you need a 4mm Allen or hex key for the main body bolts or body kit bolts. You'll need a flathead screwdriver, and you will need a small, this is a Phillips head, but anything that has a small tip on it. There are two types of fasteners other than the bolts, and they're called, or for all intents and purposes, I'm going to be calling them, these are going to be twist caps or pop caps, because what you do is you have to put your screwdriver into here. Normally this top will be all the way closed, but you have to put the screwdriver into here, and you twist up until it pops out, and then that enables you to pull it out of the body. And the other type I call a push or quick connect, because all it is, it's in like this. See how it's flush? There's an inner circle, it's flush, and all you do is take the pointy part and push it through the middle till it pops. Then it's recessed, and then you just have to pull it out. So these are the tools you'll need to remove the fairings.